What's the one chest pain signal that could save your life within minutes? But what keeps people coming back is the mystery: who are they really behind the masks? That question has fueled a global hunt for clues across the internet. Imagine a world where music doesn't just follow the rules, it rewrites them. You think you know rock, with its steady beats and predictable choruses, but then something comes along that shatters every expectation. That something is Angina Pectoris, a duo from the frozen outskirts of Quebec that has turned the internet into a frenzy of curiosity and awe. They're not just a band, they're a puzzle wrapped in papier-mâché, a sonic experiment that feels like it was beamed from another dimension. Let's peel back the layers of this strange phenomenon and see what makes it tick. Our story begins in Saguenay, a small city about 5 hours northeast of Montreal, far from the glitz of the music industry's usual hubs. It's a place where winters bite hard and creativity thrives in isolation. In 2019, two lifelong friends, who had been making music together since their teenage years, decided to play a prank. They were booked for 2 shows at the same local venue in the same week, and they worried the audience would tire of seeing the same act twice. So, they cooked up a secret alter ego, complete with disguises, to keep things fresh. What started as a joke quickly became their true calling. This wasn't just a side project anymore, it was the main event. By June 2024, they released their debut album, Volume 1, and the Quebec festival circuit took notice. Their ascent peaked in 2025 when they snagged Artist of the Year at the Jameau Awards, a major honor in the province's independent scene. But despite the growing fame, those humble roots in Saguenay remain the bedrock of their identity. The duo's visual presentation is as deliberate as their music. The 2 members go by aliases: Ken, who handles the microtonal string instruments and live looping, and Clem, the drummer. As their fame exploded, the duo doubled down on secrecy, turning every show into a detective story where the audience becomes part of the puzzle. They never reveal their real names or faces, hiding behind oversized papier-mâché masks and matching black and white outfits. This anonymity isn't just a gimmick, it's a statement. What began as a playful disguise evolved into a full-blown artistic concept, where the image and the sound are inseparable. It feels less like a typical rock band and more like a living art installation, one that rejects the usual celebrity machinery. And that refusal only makes it more magnetic. But the real magic lies in the music itself. Angina Pectoris defies easy labels, blending experimental rock, math rock, prog, and microtonal elements into something entirely their own. Math rock, for the uninitiated, is built on tricky rhythms, sudden shifts, and odd time signatures that abandon the familiar 4/4 groove. Instead of a straightforward verse-chorus structure, you get jagged patterns that feel engineered with surgical precision. Ken's custom double-neck instrument, a hybrid of microtonal guitar and bass, is the engine of this sound. Fitted with extra frets, it allows for quarter-tone intervals and notes that hover outside standard Western tuning. The result is a melodic language that sounds slightly warped, almost uncanny, to ears used to conventional rock. It's like hearing a familiar song through a broken mirror. Their influences are a wild mix: Frank Zappa, Primus, King Crimson, King Gizzard, and the Lizard Wizard. These names hint at a sound that's both cerebral and visceral, part prog workout, part jazz exploration, part rhythmic trance. Much of their material is built live through looping, with Ken stacking layers in real time while Clem locks everything down with tight drum patterns. They've described their own music with the phrase mantra rock data pathago cubist, a mouthful that actually captures the essence: rhythmically complex, slightly absurd, hypnotic, and impossible to pin down. Yet for all the technical wizardry, the point isn't just to impress. It's to make strange music feel alive, physical, and riotously fun. The duo's breakthrough came in early 2026, thanks to a live session on KXP, a Seattle radio station. Recorded at a music festival in France in late 2025, the performance aired in February and spread like wildfire. It gave international viewers a perfect introduction, dazzling musicianship, bizarre visuals, and a sound that felt both deeply technical and strangely joyful. The video racked up millions of views in weeks. One YouTuber summed up the frenzy: "I've been doing this for 10 years, and I have never gotten more emails about a band than this band." From there, the phenomenon snowballed. In Quebec, the duo's March 2026 appearance on the talk show Tout le monde en parle cemented their mainstream status, with Ken and Clem staying firmly in character. Outside the province, the buzz reached legendary figures. Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl publicly praised them, marveling at their instrumental prowess. "There's that person has a double neck that's a bass guitar on the bottom and a guitar on the top, it's so completely insane." Then Jack White invited them to open for him in Toronto in July 2026, marking their first show in Canada's biggest city. According to Billboard Canada, their global Spotify streams jumped by over 340% in a single month. Their second album, Volume 2, wasn't treated as a novelty follow-up. Critics hailed it as proof of staying power. The New York Times called it music of precision, agility, and stamina, adding up to a contagious manic energy. This wasn't just a viral moment, it was a genuine cultural phenomenon, resonating with critics, major musicians, and everyday listeners alike. So what's next for Ken and Clem? Only they know. But if their journey so far is any guide, it'll be something we never saw coming. In the end, Angina Pectoris proves that sometimes the most powerful music comes from a prank that refused to stay a joke. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe for more stories each week.